and welcome back to my channel and to a new video. My name is Nicola and I make lifestyle videos, and today I haven't got anything filmed for you. So it totally isn't the day that this video is going live. And yeah, I had intended to do like a wardrobe organisation, a switch over of my autumn winter clothes from my summer spring clothes, but I just haven't had time to do it. So I thought I would just sit down and have a little chat with you, because that's nice and easy to film and it's nice and quick to edit for me, and I can get a video up tonight for you. And also, haven't really had a catch up for a while. I do have also about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items of clothing to show you. It's not really a haul. I've had them a little while. Some of them are very new, some of them are newish, but I really wanted to show you a few bits. So I was going to put them in a favourites video, but then it was all fashion, so blah blah blah. Anyway, I just thought I'd come on and say hi. How are you? How's everyone doing? Is everyone else like me and feels like life has gone from 0 to like 1,000,000 miles an hour overnight? I think during lockdown I had thought that we would slow down a bit when things went back to normal, that we would try to, you know, embrace family time a bit more, and I just feel like we've just not had time. Everything has gone crazy with the amount of things. There's quite a lot of things, like tickets to events that had been cancelled that are now happening, that have all happened at the same time. Like I had, in the space of 3 weeks, I've had 5 events on. That one hadn't been cancelled, it was a new one, but everything else, in fact no, 2 were new, but everything else were things that had been rescheduled from 2020, and it's just manic. Everything has just happened at once. So we had I've got my cup of tea, by the way. I got my Christmas mug out because my autumn ones are in the dishwasher, so Christmas it is. So yeah, so 2 weeks ago we had we called it a retreat, but it was like basically a night away and a couple of days worth of meetings for my job, my day job, and that was amazing. It was so nice to meet, not to meet, but to see like the whole team in person. Like we've been meeting on Teams obviously for the last 18 months to 2 years. In fact, the last time we were all together was the Christmas do 2019. So that was a long time ago. So it was really nice to see everyone. We had a meeting all day on the Wednesday, and then we went out in Birmingham on the Wednesday night. We went for a meal and we went bowling. It was really fun. And then we had some filming and stuff that we had to do on the Thursday, but that was lovely. And then I came home on the Thursday and went straight out, literally threw on a different dress and went straight out again. And I went to see the Scummy Mummies live in Northampton. I was invited to go and see that, so that was amazing. It was really funny actually, really good, and just a nice night out. I was ready for bed. It took me probably the whole weekend to recover from that couple of nights out, because just not used to being so social and chatty with people and making conversation and just being out and about. We're just not used to it, and used to just being at home all the time. So yeah, going out and being sociable is quite exhausting. So yeah, 2 days I had that. And then last week, if you follow me on Instagram, you may know that on Wednesday night Phoebe and I had tickets to go and see McFly. So we had bought her tickets for her 9th birthday, so that was in 2019, so she's nearly 11. So yeah, we went up to Nottingham Arena to see McFly, which was brilliant, and she loved it. She absolutely loved it. She sort of came alive a bit. We've been to see musicals and stuff, and she loves them, she really loves them, but I had a feeling that a pop concert would be more her thing, and she really did love it. She was singing, she didn't know all the words, she doesn't know all of their songs, but she was singing away and dancing, and she stood all the way through it. Absolutely loved it, and it was really nice to see, and I really enjoyed it because she was, well, I enjoyed it because I like them too, but I enjoyed it more because she was enjoying it so much. So that was really good. And then we had a nightmare journey home. There were roads closed and accidents and all sorts. I think we got home at about 5 to 1 on the Thursday morning. So, and then she had to get up and go to school a few hours later. So that was an interesting day on the Thursday. And then on Friday, I took Archie, my son, to go and see Chris Ramsey in Oxford. So Andrew had bought me tickets for my birthday in 2019 to go and see the 2020 tour. for Chris Ramsey. Andrew's not a massive fan, so he said we'll take a friend, but actually Archie quite likes him, so I took Archie, and he'd never been to like a comedy performance or comedy show before, and he loved it, really loved it. We sat and we laughed and we laughed and we laughed, so I was really chuffed to be able to take him to that, and yeah, would definitely go again. And actually, if you listen to Chris Ramsey's podcast with his wife Rosie, the Shag Married Annoyed podcast, he mentions his friend Carl Hutchinson on there a lot, and he was his support act, and has always been his support act, I think, and he was really funny too, and he's got a show coming to Northampton in March, so I think we're going to go and see that. So so yeah, that was really good. What else did we do then? Yeah, so we've had, I mentioned on my Instagram as well this week that we are looking for secondary schools for Phoebe. I can't believe that's come around so quickly. We've actually made our decisions. It was, yeah, so I appreciate everybody has different needs and wants for secondary school. If I haven't really talked much about what we did when Archie was looking for secondary school places. So we used to live in a small market town about half an hour's drive away from where we live now in Northampton, and the school that most of the children there went to, we just weren't keen for him to go there. It just wasn't, it didn't have the strengths in the areas that we were looking for him. So we always wanted him to go to a particular school here in Northampton, which is a boys' school, and single-sex education is really, really important to me. I mean, this is going to be a whole other video probably. If you want me to talk about secondary school entry and things like that, then I will do, but I'm sure most of you probably aren't interested in that. But yeah, I went through single-sex education. I went to a girls' school, and although Andrew didn't, he is all for it as well. And when we went to the open day at the school that Archie went to, we were so drawn in by the ethos of the school and everything that they were about. The facilities were amazing, and so we knew that that's where we wanted him to be. So we applied for that school, and we applied for one other school a little way away as well, and we were extremely pleased when he got his place at the school. But because it was in Northampton and we were living sort of half an hour away, and at the time we were both working full-time out and about, actually no, I was working 4 days a week, but even so, out and about driving around, we knew that we were going to have to move. So in order for him to go to the school, we actually sold our house and we moved to Northampton, which is a big thing to do. And obviously Phoebe was just going into reception at the same time that he was starting at secondary school, so we had to find a school for her, which wasn't so easy, and we didn't really get the school we wanted, but actually she's been fine where she is. But it was such a big, I felt it a huge responsibility to find the right school for him. My parents gave up a lot to send me to the school that I went to. My dad worked, I went to a private school, and I feel extremely fortunate that I was able to do that. My dad worked at the school, so my parents got quite a considerable lot of money off the fees. There was no way that I would have gone there otherwise. And I know, I don't think I appreciated it at the time, the education that I got, but in hindsight, looking back, I know what an amazing education I got and how it's helped me in the future. Not just the fact that I went to that particular school, which is quite a well-known school, but also that, you know, the confidence it's given me, and, you know, the ability to, you know, hold conversations with people and write letters and just stupid stuff. But there's certain things that a good education gives you that you don't get if you go to a not very good school. So that's what we did. We actually moved house for Archie, so it was a lot of pressure on him because, you know, we moved our lives for him to go to the school that we wanted him to go to. Thankfully, he has embraced everything about that school. He has done so well. He stayed on. He's now in his final year. He's in year 13 doing his A-levels there, and, you know, we'll be going to university, which I'll talk about in a minute. And yeah, we couldn't be prouder of him, and couldn't be more pleased of the choice that we made. So now thinking about Phoebe, it's so hard to then, you know, I still feel that responsibility and feel like, you know, if we have to, we should make the same sacrifices for her that we made for Archie. Now we can't move now because Archie, although we could, but you need to move before you apply for the schools, obviously, because you don't know where you're going to be applying for. And also, you know, if there was a particular school, we'd need to move sooner. So but he needs to finish his education, so it's not quite as easy this time around. So we've thought long and hard about what we want for Phoebe and talked with her about what she wants. We are all on the same page when it comes to single sex education. I think it's important for boys, but I think it's even more important for girls. I appreciate not everyone thinks that way, but for girls there's less and boys, but there's less distraction. Girls don't have to compete with boys in subjects that perhaps they wouldn't normally do as well at, and they generally, I mean, the statistics show that girls in single-sex schools do better than in mixed schools. So, you know, we feel we need to give her every chance that we can. So that's our decision, and she hopefully, fingers crossed, will be going to a girls' school. We have applied for 2 girls' schools locally, and we'll see if she gets in. We do have a private school option. Should she not, we 100% cannot afford to send her to private school, so I don't know what we'll do if she doesn't. It's an option, just if she doesn't go to the state school. We would, you know, we could sell our house and buy something smaller if we needed to, and that's how important I think it is that she has a good education. So I just thought I'd share my opinions. I appreciate it's not the same for everybody, and we are lucky that we are in a house that we could sell to fund her education if we had to, but hopefully it won't come to that, and she will get into a local school that we love and she loves, and has everything there that she needs. So fingers crossed. So yeah, that's that. So yeah, that's been taken up a lot of our head spaces for the last couple of weeks, but I filled out the forms and got it all done last night, so I can sort of forget about it now until the 1st of March when we hear. Although she's got to do a few tests to get for some of the schools. There's a competency test and there's an entrance exam for another school, so she's still got to do those, but that's fine, you know, that'll happen, and then we will find out on the 1st of March where she goes. And then also Archie at the same time is going to be going to university, so really chuffed that he wants to go. He is quite a homebody. He's not a big going away sort of boy. He's never been keen on going on school trips or anything. I mean, he has gone, but he's never really, he's always struggled a little bit with that. However, you know, he's gained a lot of confidence this last year. He's got a job now, he works in a local pub, and he's doing a lot more things out and about with friends and hanging out and going to play golf, and plays with the local football team. So I feel that he is now ready to go. There's some things I need to teach him, like how to wash his clothes and probably how to cook a few more meals, but he can cook a bit for himself. You know, he knows how to keep himself clean and tidy and clean his bedroom and all that sort of stuff. So I feel like he's got quite a few life skills and he can probably cope on his own. So yeah, he's looking at, he wants to study music and composition for film, which is really exciting, and we've got 3 university open days coming up in the next couple of weekends, so we'll be going to have a look at those. Well, he will, and then we're going to go along. I think we're going along to one of them, and then he wants to do the other 2 on his own, which is fine. I think we already know as a family, and he knows what his first choice is going to be, so he's just got to get his grades now, get his A-levels done and do well, which I'm sure he will. I have been blessed with a son that just gets on with it when it comes to work. I've never had to ask him to do homework, he just does it. I do have to badger him to do music practice, always had to, but as far as schoolwork goes, he just gets on with it. He usually does it at school, so yeah, I'm very fortunate in that respect. I'm not sure Phoebe will be quite the same, but we'll see. So yeah, so that's that. So we've got an exciting year coming up next year with Phoebe going to secondary school and Archie going to university. It'll be quite strange when he goes, not having him around, although certainly this last 6 months, as I say, since he's got a job and he's been going out with friends a little bit more, he's been around a lot less. And when he is here, he's generally up in his room, so we don't see him as much as we used to. So I guess I kind of feel it's preparing us for him going. But his first choice of university is actually quite close to where Andrew works, so that's quite nice that, you know, if he wants to come home for the weekend, Andrew can go down and pick him up on a Friday and then drop him back on a Monday morning. On a Monday morning. So that would be quite nice if he gets in there. Anyway, so that's that. What else? Oh, on Sunday this week I am going to a glass fusing workshop. Kind of crazy. We bought this for a friend. My friend and I bought it for our other friend for her 40th birthday back in January 2020. It's been booked and cancelled twice since then, so we're really excited to be able to actually go and do it this week. I don't really know what it is that I'm going to be doing. It's something to do with glass. You make something beautiful and you get to take it home with you. So I'm just looking forward to going and having a couple of hours with my friends and just hang out and be creative for a couple of hours. So that would be really fun. And then that's about it, I think. In this next couple of weeks, you know, once we've done the university open days, everything will be done. And we're like, we'll be able to have a bit of a break and a bit of a rest. I think Phoebe's definitely felt all the pressure of lots going on. She's not actually been very well the last few days. She's had a really nasty cold and a sore throat. We have tested her. She hasn't got COVID, thankfully. But she's gone back to school today, and hopefully she will be fine. So I think, yeah, I've sort of taken the pressure off a little bit. You know, before I think I would have been so, you know, when we've got lots going on, I try to make sure that the kids are always at all the clubs, you know, no matter what I'm doing. Let's make sure they get there. Let's, you know, get somebody to take my daughter if I can't take her and things like that. And we've just backed off a little this last couple of weeks and given ourselves a bit of a break. And Phoebe missed dance when we went to see McFly, and then she missed on the Thursday, the week before, when I went to see the Scummy Mummies, because usually I would have taken her to ballet, and I just couldn't do it all, so she just missed it that day. And it's just not the end of the world. You know, we very rarely miss anything, but sometimes it's okay. And that's something I've learned, I think, in the last year, is that, you know, you don't have to do everything, and if you miss something once in a while, it's not the end of the world. So yeah, I think it's been a good lesson learned, I would say. So I think that's the catch up. What else? Anything else I've got to tell you? Oh, we've booked an exciting thing. We've got some other things actually coming up. Archie's playing at the Royal Albert Hall in November. Phoebe's got a school, an orchestra concert coming up as well. Archie's got a school concert next week. So there is a lot. And then we also booked to go and see a Muppets Christmas Carol in concert. I think it's in Nottingham in December, which I'm so excited about. So usually we book a panto or a show of some sort, something Christmassy. And I saw this, and it's actually Andrew's most favourite film. And, or maybe not film, but Christmas film anyway. And it is showing at the Royal Albert Hall, but we couldn't get tickets for there, so we shopped around to see where else it was on, and it's on in Nottingham, and we managed to get some tickets. So I'm really excited to go and see that. Although we booked it in the evening when Phoebe was in bed, and we went to tell her the next day, we've done something really exciting, we've got something really exciting booked. And we told her, and her face just fell, and she went, "Oh, I thought you were going to say you'd booked to go to Disneyland." I was like, no, we're going to see a Muppet Christmas Carol in concert. So anyway, she's excited, but I think we probably built it up a little bit too much. So that's something else that I'm excited about. So I think you're all filled in. So I hope you enjoyed that little catch up. And I'm just going to quickly show you a few bits that I've bought recently that I thought you might be interested in. Starting off with this jumper, which I actually bought yesterday in Tesco. I literally nipped up to Tesco about 9 o'clock last night to pick up some Flora and some Nutella so that we had something for breakfast this morning. And I saw this, and it was in the sale. It was £8 and I couldn't resist it. So I will show you quickly. It's just this sweatshirt. It says New York on the front in this sort of toweling-y, sticky-uppy type writing. It's got these lovely sort of balloon sleeves, which I really like. I got a size 16, which is way bigger than me. I'm actually a 12, but I wanted it to be super big and baggy, and actually, because I can tuck it in at the front, and I love it. It's really nice. I love this colour. I think this colour suits me. Do you think it suits me? I think it suits me. So yeah, I was really pleased with that. £8, bargain. They had loads as well, so if you go to your local Tesco and you want one, go and grab it. So I've just got my other bits here, so I'm just going to get them. So in my jeans try-on video I talked about wanting a particular outfit for the autumn, and I don't know whether I mentioned, but I think I said I wanted like a khaki jacket, like a shirt jacket, not a shacket like a thick one, but just a shirt type jacket for the autumn, just to wear with jeans and boots. And I looked everywhere and I couldn't find one. There is a really nice one, you may have seen it online. It's exactly what I was looking for, but it's got rock and roll. It's written in this sort of material, I think, this fluffy material, and it's on the back. It's got in big black letters rock and roll on the black back, and I love it. I absolutely love it, but I think I'm a bit old to get away with it. 47 next week. So yeah, I feel like maybe I'm a bit old for that. So as much as I loved it, I didn't invest in that. So I was trying everyone, I just couldn't find exactly what I wanted. And anyway, I was in Tesco and I looked at their jackets and they had a camo one, which is exactly what I wanted style wise, but they didn't have, I didn't want camo, I wanted just khaki green. And then I was walking around, I gave up, and I was just walking around and I went through the men's section. I thought, I'll just have a look in the men's section. I never think to look in the men's section. And I found this, and it's exactly what I was looking for. So it is literally a shirt jacket. Maybe I should try it on. Oh, not try it on, just put it on so you can see, although these sleeves are huge, so it might not look great. There we go. There we go. It's just like that. It is just nice. It was £20. I think it's got a little label thing somewhere. Oh, there we go. It was £20. It's got pockets, and is basically exactly what I wanted. It doesn't go with this, obviously. I'd wear it with a nice top underneath or something, or a t-shirt. I think I wore, when we went up to London, I wore it with just a nice t-shirt underneath, a white t-shirt, and yeah, it's really nice. So yeah, if you can't find what you want in the ladies section, try the men's, because sometimes they have stuff there that we can wear too. So yeah, really pleased with that. Then a couple more sweatshirts, because I'm kind of into sweatshirts at the moment. I think they're a bit smarter than the hoodie. I have lots of hoodies, but especially if I'm working and I'm at home but I want to be on a call, I think a sweatshirt just looks a bit nicer than a hoodie. So I got this one in Asda. Well, this probably isn't a particularly smart one, but this was more just for slouching around. It was a tenner, I think, and it looks really nice with like a pair of white joggers. It's got this kind of bleach look on it. Can you see? It looks kind of old school, and it's got like little bleach marks, so it's just made to look like you've ruined it, basically. But yeah, this isn't particularly smart, but it's really comfy. Again, I got it quite big. I got it in a size, does not say, oh, a medium, 12 to 14, but actually I think it's quite oversized. So yeah, I love that. And then finally, sweatshirt wise, I bought this, and this I got in the next sale. I'm going to say it's in the summer one, actually. They may still have them on there, because sometimes if things don't sell out, they still keep them in the clearance. But again, I got this in a slightly larger size. It's just in a large. Do you know, I've worn this and I've realised it's still got the tag in it. I've worn it once and it's still got the tag. Well, luckily it's on the inside, so nobody will have noticed. It was £28 originally. Things I think in the next sale are usually half price, so I guess I probably paid about £14 for it. And it's this cream, is it called ecru colour, and then it's got these gold stars all over the top of the sleeve, and they go along to the back as well. And I wore it a couple of weeks ago, or last week in fact, and 3 people stopped and said, wow, I love your jumper, it looks lovely. So I'll take that as a positive and we'll wear it again, definitely. So I really like that. Slightly long, you can tuck it in obviously if you want to, and yeah, just thought that was really nice. And then the last thing I want to show you, which, I mean, they don't look new anymore because I have worn them to death, but I was so excited by these. So I actually bought these just before we went on holiday in the summer, because Nike had like a sale on. If you sign up to the newsletter, they had like 25% off, like a code, and I'd seen a few people talking about it online on Instagram, so I was like, right, I need to go on and see what they've got, because I really wanted just a pair of plain white trainers. I had a pair you would have seen in my Primark haul ages ago, and I've worn them to death, and they were only a £5, but they are definitely past their best. So I really wanted just a better quality trainer, really, and I got these. How cool are these? So you may have seen in my birthday haul from a year ago, Andrew bought me some Nike trainers for my birthday, which are leopard print all over with a pink tick. And I wear those for working out, so I wear them every day, well no, 5 days a week pretty much, for working out, but I try and keep those good for indoors. So I wanted a pair just for outdoors, and I thought these were just the best. So they are very plain white, they're quite wide at the front, so they're really comfy. As you can see, they're dirty, I've worn them a lot, but I love this leopard print tick on them. I feel like I'm becoming more of a trainer person again. Like when I was in my late teens, early 20s, I was obsessed. I think I had about 25 pairs of trainers at one point in my life. I did a lot of sport and I just loved trainers, and I remember saving up. I bought a pair of Reebok pump trainers from my mum's catalogue. They were the ones with the pump in the front, and I paid, you know, like 35p a week for 150 million years for them, and yeah, I was obsessed, and I had so many trainers, and yeah, I don't have loads and loads now, not nowhere near that many. I've got maybe 3 or 4, but I wear them a lot now, which I haven't done for a long time. I've always worn sort of more smart boots and things, but I've gone back to being, maybe I'm trying to regain my youth, but I love trainers again. So so yeah, I liked these, so I bought those, and I treated myself, and Andrew bought himself a pair of, not these, but different ones as well. And that's it, that's everything. My tea's probably gone cold now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make another one. I've talked for so long. So there we go. I didn't have a video for you, but I've managed to just pluck one out of thin air. I hope you enjoyed looking at the things that I've bought and also hearing about what we've been up to. Leave me a little comment down below. Tell me what you've been up to. Have you got any exciting things coming up? Have you been to see any things or shows or anything that was cancelled that are now being rescheduled? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you ever so much for watching. Please subscribe if you're not already, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Bye.